Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video and would like to receive notification of my future video postings, please subscribe. As you already know, the primary goal of my YouTube channel is to promote consumption of vegetables. And sometimes the best way to eat vegetables is to eat salad. However, salad could be boring. For me, salad definitely could be made more interesting by the addition of shrimp because I love shrimp. However, I don't add shrimp very often to my salad, and consequently, I don't eat salad that much. The reason is that most of the time when I use shrimp, I use large shrimp. They always seem to be too large to go into a salad. All this changed when I visit a friend of mine, and I will call her Ruth for the purpose of this video. Ruth and I went back for a long time when we both started our career, and since then she moved away to a different city. When I attended a conference in the city she lives in, she invited me to have dinner with her and her husband. Ruth is a great cook, so I was very excited by the invitation. Ruth teaches nutrition in a local college, so she eats in a very healthy way. And for dinner that night, we were going to have a salad that come from her garden with shrimp and salmon on top of it. I arrived at the house a little bit early, so I was there standing in the kitchen with her and watching her making the salad. She took out some large shrimp from the freezer and she thawed them in running tap water, which takes only about few minutes for them to be thawed and ready. The next thing that I saw her did is there's something that's unfamiliar to me. She actually cut the shrimp into 3 sections. Each of section is about the size of the tip of the index finger. Ruth is a second generation Chinese American, so she is well acquainted with cooking in a wok. She took out the wok and she stir-fried the shrimp that she cut up in a matter of seconds. In fact, it took her about 50 seconds. It would have taken several minutes if it has not been cut up the way she did. However, the most surprising thing to me about this shrimp that had been cut up into this size is that when they go into the salad, they make the salad much more delicious and tasty than I ever have because the shrimp are distributed evenly over the salad. This is such simple adaptation and I would like to show you in this video how she did it so you could use it in your salad as well. So for this reason, I would like to dedicate this video to Ruth. In this demonstration, I'm going to use large shrimp that come from Walmart, which is their great value brand. It turned out this is probably one of the best tasting shrimp. It is large, deveined, and tailless. Furthermore, it is also very reasonably priced. It is about $12 to $13 for a 2-pound bag. Recently, I found another source of this large shrimp, which I also really like. If you are a member of the Sam's Club, they have this 3-pound bag for a little bit over $15. Both are excellent shrimps for this purpose. So after I thaw out the shrimp, it is very important that you dry them. So I put them into a colander and I tap them against a towel to remove as much water as I possibly could. I then cut the shrimp into 3 sections. Each section is about the size of the tip of the index fingers, just as Ruth has done. For this demonstration, I'm going to use my 14-inch Cucina stainless steel wok. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of canola oil to the wok, just enough to cover the bottom of the wok. I'm going to heat up the wok until it starts to smoke slightly, and then I turn down the heat and I let it smoke gently for another 15 seconds. I refer to this method as the spot seasoning method. If you are not familiar with this method, you can take a look at this video. The wok at this point is pretty hot. I am going to add the shrimp directly to the wok. Keep the heat at low. Now I can always turn it up higher if I have to. As you can see, the shrimp cook very quickly. In fact, within the seconds, you can see the shrimp start to turn from white to pink. One thing I always find it very interesting in cooking the shrimp this way is that because the shrimp are cut into this small size, when you use the wok spatula to stir the shrimp, it almost looks like the shrimp as they cook is start to become bouncy, almost like a rubber ball. This turned out to be an excellent indication that the heat has sealed the outside of the shrimp. As you can see, the shrimp is cooking rapidly. Now it almost turned from pink to a red stripe that coming across the body of the shrimp. At this point, I'm going to add about a half tablespoon of garlic to the shrimp. I want to add some garlic flavor to the shrimp. This is a modification that I added because when Ruth was cooking the shrimp, she did not add anything. You notice that as soon as I add the garlic, things start to stick to the bottom of the wok. The reason is because garlic contains sugar and it starts to caramelize and it become burned to the bottom of the wok. At this point, everything happens very quickly. You want to make sure you do not overcook the shrimp or undercook the shrimp either. So sometimes it's just going to go by experience how long you should cook them. But usually by judging the texture of the shrimp, you can tell whether the shrimp is ready or not. Again, this is all come by experience. At the first couple times, you might undercook it, then you can always put it in the wok and cook it a bit longer. The other time, you might overcook it. Most of the time, it's better to be undercook it. So you can always remove the wok from the stove and do a taste test and decide whether it is right for you or not. So after a few stir, the shrimp is ready. The total cook time is about 50 seconds. I've cooked this shrimp quite often, so I know exactly when it is ready. So every time I feel that I have the perfect shrimp, and I like it the way exactly how I cook them, and I know nobody will cook it how I would prefer. So I've cooked these shrimps in multiple times, and I have used this shrimp together with salmon, just like I did with Ruth that time when I visited her, and put them over in salad. My wife loves salmon, and together we have best of the both worlds. I love shrimp, and she loves salmon, and it is a perfect light dinner. So in fact, you can create many different versions of salad, and this shrimp really go well with almost all kinds of salads. One thing you probably noticed that at the end when I finish cooking the shrimp, the wok looks kind of pretty bad because the garlic has caramelized and stick to the surface of the wok. This is actually pretty hard to clean if you try to clean it in the sink. So here I like to quickly demonstrate a method that I clean it, which by use boiling water, and that really makes the cleaning so much easier. So next I put the wok back onto the stove. I heat it up, and then I use my squeeze bottle and squeeze water directly onto the wok. As you can see, as soon as the water hits the wok, it starts to boil and steam immediately. I then let it boil for a few seconds, and then I use my wok spatula. As you can see, the wok spatula was easily remove all the material that has been stuck to the surface of the wok. So when I took the wok over to the sink, I was able to use my wok brush to clean everything from the surface of the wok in a matter of a few seconds. This method works particularly well with a stainless steel wok because it can restore the beautiful and pristine appearance of the stainless steel wok in a matter of seconds. However, this cleaning method could be used with any other type of wok surfaces, including carbon steel, like cast iron, and cast iron woks. I'm most grateful for Ruth to show me this technique, how to cook shrimp by cutting up into smaller sizes. It really not only make them cook faster, but it make them incorporated into the salad much better. I hope you find this video useful, and I would strongly recommend you to give this a try. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like icon below. This will help me to expand my audience base. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you'd like to receive notifications of my future video postings. Thank you for watching. See you next time.